Hey friends, welcome to the Johnson City Living Podcast, where we learn about the people, places, events, and flavors that make Johnson City just a lovely place to live. I'm your host, Colin Johnson, with the Colin and Carly Group and Keller Williams Realty. If you're interested in buying or selling a home in the area, or if you're looking at investing in a rental property, give us a call at 423-930-8003, and we will look forward to helping you. Now, let's get to today's episode. I'm excited today because we've got another author and friend of the podcast. She's listened to it a bunch before. Welcome to the podcast, Miss Tayler Meade.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming
excited.
on. I'm excited too. I love learning about new people and what they've got going on, and your story just seems super cool. So I'm excited for our listeners and for myself and Mitch in the background to learn all about you and what you're doing. And so I pray that we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
So Johnson City Living Podcast, what do you love most about living in Johnson City? Do you live in Johnson City?
I have to say, I live in Bristol.
Well, Carly, my wife's from Bristol. All right, so let's go. What do you love most about Johnson City first, and then we'll hit Bristol.
What I love most about Johnson City right now, I have recently developed all of these food allergies. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, no.
So there's not a lot of places that I can find like really good food I can eat.
Okay.
But there's we have Fresh Market in Johnson City and Publix and things like that. So I don't have to travel too far for food anymore, which is very nice. Gotcha. I love that about Johnson City.
Yeah, it is good. Where about Bristol? Yeah,
Bristol's just home, and I love that. It's just filled with the people that I love and cherish and care about, and it's just home, and that's what I love about it.
That's cool. Well, let's segue to home a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you lived in Bristol? You grew up there?
We moved to Bristol when I want to say I was probably 10 years old. Okay. I might have been 11, but around 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to high school?
Tennessee High.
Nice.
Yes, go Vikes.
Go Vikes. And you guys have the what is it? The
Stone Castle.
Stone Castle.
Yes, that was always so cool. I was always jealous of that when I was really little. When I'd heard about Bristol, I'm like, that's where I want to be. Why can't I be there? And then my parents moved us here, and I was like,
okay,
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
And so you graduated from Tennessee High. Where'd you go from there?
Well, I actually started at ETSU for a while. And
I did too. I went there my freshman year.
Yeah, I went there freshman, sophomore year, and decided that was just not for me. And I knew that I wanted a different career path than what I had originally chose. So then I transferred to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, go Vols.
Yes,
that's what I did too.
Go Vols. Yeah. I loved Tennessee. That was definitely home. That was where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I transferred to the University of Tennessee, where I graduated in 2021.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't quit your educational journey there. You kept going.
I did quit for a year. I took a gap year. So what's really funny about my educational story is I thought I was going to be a lawyer. That was what I thought that's what I wanted to do. And I think there is still a part of me that might do that eventually. But it was not going to be what the Lord had called me to. There was just not passion in it. I had taken and studied so hard for the LSAT. Bombed it my first time. That is such a hard test. I don't know if anybody else has taken that test, but that test
I have not taken it.
So hard.
I'm sure I would bomb. You probably crushed my scores.
So hard. It was such a hard test. And so I, of course, restudied again because I'm absolutely not. I'm not accepting this. And I tried again. I got a good score, a score that I definitely could have gotten into schools. I wanted to go to the law school at the University of Tennessee, obviously. But
I don't think there are any other law schools out there, are there?
I know. I've never heard of them.
Not any good ones.
No.
UT, go Vols.
Just Tennessee.
Right.
And so, of course, I wanted to go there, and there was just something pulling me, you're not supposed to be doing this. This is just not your journey. There was no peace in it, and I was like, okay, what do you want me to do then? Because I can't just, I have a pre-law degree. What am I going to, I can't do anything with this. This is not going to work. And so I took a gap year for... Yeah, literally, I think it was right down to a year, just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I felt the Lord pulling me to ministry.
Okay.
Weird change of events because being a lawyer, you have to be kind of not lie, but definitely not tell the full truth. I think you have to be very conniving, essentially.
I think it wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, you're I don't know,
Like,
conniving, but probably
yeah,
like,
that's not the word. I'm not sure the word I'm looking for, but you definitely, I mean,
cautious with your words.
yes, you have to be very like calculated. That's the word.
That's a good word.
And that's not really what ministry is. You're not calculated and you're vulnerable, and it's a very, very important thing to get into, like teaching and ministry. So that scared the crap out of me. And I didn't feel like I was supposed to do that. And I kept telling the Lord, like, I think that you've got the wrong person because I'm not built for this. Like, I'm not encouraging. I'm not like, hold your hand and let me pray over you. Like, it was never me. So it didn't make sense to me to be that
It's kind of
soft.
funny how we negotiate with the Lord.
Oh,
like,
I know. It's like, well, this
creator of the
isn't gonna
universe,
be.
you've got the wrong
Like,
idea.
you need to fix this. And
Right.
it's like, I never had the power to do that, but I was going to try. I was going to argue my case, but like I had one. And so I finally just listened to him, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to apply to Liberty, and I'm going to get my master's in ministry. So that's what I did, and I did that in under a year because I absolutely loved it.
Where'd you do that at?
Liberty University.
Go Liberty. What are they?
Flames.
Flames.
Yes.
My son is dating a wonderful young lady, Francesca. Hey, Francesca. And she goes to Liberty. And so he was just up there this past weekend to see her.
Such a pretty campus. I love Liberty.
He thinks it's amazing.
Yeah, and they're such kind people. It literally completely different from a secular university, like totally different. But I had so much fun doing that. That was night and day difference. Like, it was not hard. Everything flowed naturally, and I was just like, okay, God, like, I get what you're doing.
Yeah, so you were in your sweet spot. You were just like, all right, this is what I've been made to do. And when you're in that spot,
it's just like, it just flows. Yeah. And it was just so easy for me. So I did that in under a year because I took summer classes. I did everything because I was just so on fire for this. And so after that, I realized that my educational journey just wasn't done yet.
Okay.
Because I got really into the idea of mental health. That's something, I mean, that's always been something that's on my heart, but I think it's something that we don't talk about enough in the church. And I think we should. So that's where I was just kind of like, okay, like, I need to start using what I know about the Lord and then helping people with their mental health. And so that led me to apply to Liberty again to get my PhD in psychology with a concentration in theology, which is what I'm currently doing now. And I'm a PhD candidate. So I'm in the first little part of my candidacy. So I just finished my proposal.
Okay.
So I'll defend that sometime in a few weeks.
Oh, that's cool.
Scary.
So what do you get, let's say you become Dr. Meade, and what's your plan after that?
That's just crazy. I don't know.
Okay.
And I think that I want to be a professor. I think that would be so fun. I've always thought that they're just amazing people. Like, they do so much for people. I don't think we really realize how hard our professors work at what they do until I started actually like studying like what they are required to do. And it's like, okay, like, they really put in the work. We think they're lazy. They are not. Like, I trust they are not lazy. It is so hard. And so that's kind of like, I want to teach people. I know I want to teach about Jesus, of course. So of course teaching theology or something like that. But I don't have a set plan, and I'm getting okay with not having a set plan because the Lord has literally taken me down so many different avenues. I'm just like, whatever he's got next is coming, and I'm not going to stop it. So
yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's rewind a little bit. Tell me about your faith journey. When did you surrender your heart to the Lord? What's that story?
I've always been a Christian.
Always,
no doubt.
Born that way.
Yes, of course, born a Christian.
I think my Bible says that we're born sinners. I don't know, but
we are born sinners. But I'm
a conversion.
I'm born,
when was your conversion?
Yeah. But I mean, I've always been like, I went to church every Sunday. That's kind of the family that we were. And then I moved to college. And that is where things took a drastic change. I was not myself. I was out partying, drinking. I had never even taken a sip of alcohol. I'd never done anything bad. Like, that was just not who I was. And I thought that's what everybody was doing, so why not me?
Why not me? Yeah.
And that's when I kind of realized, like, I was getting in a really dark hole of just like, I don't like this. Like, something's missing from my life, but I just didn't know what. And then I actually stumbled on an organization that one of my friends started. She's literally one of my best friends now, called All One Ministry. It's a women's ministry. It was completely online. Stumbled on it, and I'm like, okay, like this could be cool. Like I feel like I'm supposed to do this. And I didn't realize that was God pulling me towards it, but it's like I feel like I'm supposed to do this. So I joined the thing or whatever. They do Bible studies like every week, and like it was really nice. Like they were so encouraging and kind and like loving and caring, and I'm like, okay, I like really like this stuff. Like this Jesus stuff sounds like really, really cool. So of course I'm like, okay, I want to know more about
Which is
this.
interesting because you've grown up a Christian, you've been at
Yeah,
church
and
all
then
your
you
life, and
just-
then you're kind of like, well, this Jesus stuff's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like when you grow up a Christian, you have this like idea around Christianity that it's like formal. You dress up, you go to church, you're up early, you're tired, you just want to go home. Like it's a cycle, and that's the Christianity that I lived in. Is
Okay.
just like
So not a relationship, more of like
a religion.
Gotcha.
And I didn't realize that
Gotcha.
Jesus is so much more than just
Right.
going to church.
Yeah.
And those girls taught me that. They taught me everything there was to know about the Lord. And I just like kept wanting to be fed more. And I'm like, okay, I love this. Like, this is really nice. And actually the owner, whatever, I guess she would be the person that started it, had reached out to me and asked me to start leading Bible study, which was crazy to me because I was just like, you got the wrong girl. Like, I'm not a good example. I don't do the right things. Like, I'm not good for this. And she just kept telling me, no, like, I feel the Lord calling me to ask you to do this. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I've always natural born leader. That's always been my like thing. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do it and it's fine. Well, then I started to realize I need to know about this God before I teach about this God. And so I'm like studying like crazy. I'm digging in, diving in, digging in. And one day I stumbled on, I was like, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, but I need you to tell me how I'm supposed to be living my life to accurately reflect like what you want me to do. And he brought me to Galatians 5:22-23, the fruit of the Spirit. And something clicked. It was like, as soon as I read that, it was just like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. Like, I should be this. This is the example I want to set for others. And that's whenever the fire just like took off. And that's like, that was my like turning point of here's where the relationship started. And so from literally reading Galatians 5:22-23, from reading that and then forward, it's just been like a fire that I have never been able to put out, which I'm so blessed to say, because I think most people can't say that. But I was leading Bible studies every week. I was like so die hard ready to like tell somebody about God. And I started kind of posting a few little like things on my Instagram, just like encouragements, because I'm just like, I'm so overflowed. I need to feel somebody.
Give
like,
it away.
I just
Right.
feel like that's what God wants me to do with this. And so I kind of posted a little bit on my Instagram. I was a little scared too, because of course I still had people from college that followed me, and I'm still in college. Now I'm at an SEC school. So that's not really common to post about stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think there are a lot of believers that go to big SEC schools.
There are.
I think they're maybe sitting in the same boat going, hey, I feel like posting this, but I don't know that it's going to go well.
Yeah. And I think
so good for you for posting.
it was scary, but it was important. Like, I knew that I was supposed to do that. Now, I definitely wasn't living my life correctly. Like, I was definitely not acting correctly. I was still drinking, still partying. I'm still in that phase.
Yeah.
But throughout like my entire college career, after I graduate, it was just like so on fire for God. I can't even explain it. I was just writing notes 24/7. I have stacks of notebooks. I was just like, I love this. Like, I love this God. I love learning about him. I love sharing about him. He brings me such peace and joy that I've never experienced before. And I'm just like, that's what was missing.
Yeah.
That's the click. That's the relationship I didn't have. Like, I had a religion.
Right.
Now I had a relationship. Now I know this God on an intimate level. Like, me and him, we talk.
Right.
Like, we're best friends. And so then, of course, I'm like, now it's time to go share it for everybody else. And that's when I started to get into like big, heavy ministry. Like, I decided I wanted to be a youth leader for a little while. I started.
Where was that at? In Knoxville still, or?
No, I'm in Bristol at this point.
Okay.
Yes. And so I did that. I did blogs. I started writing blogs just to fill somebody's cup because mine was just so overflowed. I'm just like, I need to tell somebody. And so I'm like writing blogs all the time. Sometimes I'll post little things on TikTok. I was a little nervous about that because I was just like, this is weird. Like, no one likes to do that. But yeah, my ministry journey started from like a religion into this most beautiful blossomed relationship that I have never experienced before in my life.
That's awesome. I mean, like, I love to hear, and like you can feel the passion coming out of you about how the Lord has just grabbed your heart.
Yeah.
And taken over. And don't you want, and then so you want to spread that, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Like to anybody.
How were your posts received?
I lost like quite a few followers.
Oh, okay.
Just because the way that I was posting before, I mean, I'm going to an SEC school. I'm a college girl. I was definitely, I mean, I wasn't posting anything crazy, but of course, like I was just posting like in outfits I definitely probably would not wear now. And things like that. So most of my followers are coming from stuff like that, or like people that I knew from school, and that went away. I got unfollowed by a lot of people, and also I got a lot of negativity, just people being unkind, just to saying I'm not qualified or like I shouldn't be doing this, and like you were just doing this, like why are you posting about that? Like a lot of that was happening, but I also have to say a lot of positivity happened too.
I
Like
was gonna say, yeah, there's probably not, that was just the
it
negative
was,
side of it.
yeah. I mean, I focus on the negative, I think, a lot just because
Why
it
do we
hurts.
do that, you think?
I don't. It hurts, and then we want validation from everybody, and we're just never going to receive that.
And these are some random follower people that aren't
literally,
really
they
even your
don't
friends.
matter.
Right.
They don't matter.
But we give them so much power.
And then it comes from people pleasing. Like it generally comes from people pleasing. We just want everyone to like us.
I think Satan's working through that big time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have an enemy that's working against us.
And he's trying to take a hold of like the social media space. I've seen it so much.
For sure.
And I'm tired of it. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to allow him to continue to plant seeds that are not fruitful for anybody.
Yeah.
And that's just when I started seeing the positive impact I was having, just girls that I didn't even know, like little girls, like 15, 16-year-old girls. I say little girls, they're not little. I'm so sorry if you're 15. But little girls,
maturing,
like,
young.
Yes, teenagers, high schoolers that are just like being like, oh my gosh, like
curious,
this is what
trying
I
to figure it out.
hear. Like, can you tell me more about this, or can you write more about that? Or that was such an inspiration. And kind of getting that feedback, I was like, okay, like this could be something fun. Like
was
this
that
could be
the spark
good.
you think that kind of led you down the path a little bit?
I think honestly, no. Actually, no. I don't think so, because I quit giving a crap what everyone thought. I had to stop.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about it too much, and there was no point in it. And I was just thinking about like, oh my gosh, like people are definitely making fun of me, and like my hometown, I guarantee you I went through some group chats. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just usually happens. And I got in my head about that a lot, of like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, that I was like, you know what? No, it's not. No, it's not. The Lord called me here. And if it's embarrassing to them, fine. Like, I don't even talk to them. Like, it's silly. So I quit giving a crap about what people thought of me. And my fire was genuinely just from the Lord. I loved the praise. It was nice to hear. But no, my fire just came straight from God telling me keep going. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you wear a lot of hats. We've got a book we're going to get ready to talk about, because I know you came on here to promote that, which is cool. You're a speaker and a mental health coach.
Yeah.
Like, you got a lot going on.
Yes.
And you're in the middle of your PhD schooling, right?
Yes, I do.
Talk to some people about juggling it all. And it looks like you're married.
Not yet. We are engaged.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And so you got a lot on the plate.
I do. I want to say that I do it well, but I don't. I really stress myself out.
Okay.
And I think when it comes to trying to juggle it all, it's really important to put all of your energy into certain things at certain times.
Yeah.
So like for my PhD, when I'm doing that, that's all I'm doing. That's all my energy is going towards for this allotted time.
Right.
Or like when I'm doing my coaching, for these allotted times that I have clients, that's what I'm doing, and that's what matters the most. So I think it really is all about making sure that even though you're not juggling it, I don't even think anyone could juggle something like all the time, like doing all these things. I don't think you can juggle that. I think it's more sitting in it with stability. Is sitting in it and allotting the right time for those people and keeping moving, because if I didn't, I would literally spiral. I went through that last year. I went through a whole spiral. I got really sick. Like, I couldn't handle it because I was taking on so much and not balancing my time enough. And so when I stepped back and was like, okay, like, we need to breathe a second. Like, we're trying to do it all at one time, and that's not possible. So I think if anybody is struggling with that, of just juggling everything and not knowing what to do and not knowing where to stop, I would literally encourage you to stop everything, take a breath, and plan out like what you're supposed to be doing. And like in this time, like what is the most important thing? Because if you don't, you're going to fall every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think sounds like to me your time management is a key, and then
Yes.
batching, like, because once you work on a task for so long, you just kind of
Yeah, you're done.
you're done. And so then, but you move to coaching, and then you move to something else, and it keeps your day. It was a little variety and that kind of thing.
Yes.
And so I think it sounds like you're managing it well. All right, you ready to move over to the book? Talk about the book.
Let's do it.
A Note to the One Left Walking in the Grass. It's a cool title.
Thank you.
Where did it come from?
Well, honestly, I was when I was envisioning the book itself of like what I wanted someone to feel out of it,
Yeah.
I wanted to portray this feeling of like this is how we have felt, like being lonely and being left out and not feeling like we belong in a place. And I think this idea of there's like a grass path and then there's like a walkway, like a little concrete walkway. And you have like three friends. We'll do a scenario. You have like three friends. And you're like the fourth. Okay, well, you all can't fit on the walkway, and they're kind of closer, so they're going to walk together. And then you're the one that has to kind of walk in the grass or maybe fall behind and walk behind. And that's kind of where I was trying to take the book and like encourage and love on that girl or that guy, anybody really, that person who is just hurting from being left back and left out. So that's kind of where the grass thing
Like
came
the
into
third
play.
or fourth wheel person.
Yes. Yeah. Just like that, really. It's just the loneliness. I think grass is very soulless, like very just lonely. Just being in the grass is a lonely place. Sometimes it can be a good thing and sometimes it can be a bad thing, which I kind of talk about both because it can also like, I love both aspects of it. So that's kind of where the title started.
Interesting. Okay. So, let's say somebody picks this up. What do you hope they get out of this book?
I just hope that they are seen and heard, loved. I hope they find healing. But honestly, above all, I hope that they realize that they weren't ever truly walking alone, even though maybe on earth and with their earthly relationships they were. But the Lord has been there the whole time. Like he's been sitting and holding their hand and guiding them and holding them as they cry whenever their friends are mean or when they leave them out or anything like that. I just hope that they understand that God never left them, even if their earthly relationships did and their human relationships just pushed them aside. The Lord never did.
Yeah. Was it hard to write about this being lonely situation that you felt like you were in?
Yes, actually, I didn't even think I was going to release it. So I had written it it's literally just from my journal. Like it started as a journal, just getting out feelings and emotions. Because I think we've all been there at least once in our lives.
Oh,
like
100%.
felt like
Everybody's felt left out, or marginalized or
and like nobody wants us
mistreated
around or like whatever. I think we've all felt that at some point. And so I was just personally getting out my feelings towards it and like how I had something happen and I was just like, I need to write about this because this is my only like way to get this out.
Was it kind of a singular event or is it more like a lot of
I think
times?
it was a build up and then a singular event happened and then I was just like, I can't hold this anymore. Like this is not to be held in. I need to get it out. So I just wrote, and I wrote so many journal articles on it, and I was just like, I think this could help somebody. I think this could be somebody's, like, not a saving grace, but a healing property for them, like something that they can take tools of and run with. So I was like, okay. So I actually posted a blog about it first, because I was just like, I think this could help somebody. I'm healed over it, so why don't I just help somebody? So I kind of reworded it because, I'm not gonna.
How long did that process take you to get over that feeling, you think? Of being
Honestly,
lonely and
probably like,
overlooked, maybe?
oh, that feeling, that probably took like, that took until I became a real adult. And by real adult, I mean way past 21.
Are we
Like,
ever real adults? I mean,
no,
okay.
no. But
Yeah,
like,
I think it's interesting, our emotions and how the Lord does allow us to have them, right?
mhm,
I mean, He's in control of it and made us so that we are emotional. And yet some of them, like, I mean, you'll hear a joke and you'll laugh your head off for 2
mhm,
seconds and then just move on. But then something like this, you cry and you
yeah,
hurt and it lasts for a while. And so
yeah.
it's interesting how He's made our hearts, and so,
Yeah, and it's also our human nature to simmer in the negative and just sit there and feel all those negative feelings,
mhm.
because genuinely a negative feeling is going to have more of an impact over you than a positive one.
Yep.
The whole people pleasing aspect of our lives and
Yeah.
who we are as
Right.
human beings, like that's always going to be our first reaction, is the negative and
Yep.
looking at the negative.
Yep.
And so this was actually an opportunity for me to look at the positive of the situation and be like, okay, thank you, God, for letting me go through that, because if I didn't, I would have nothing to write about. Like, I
Right.
would have nothing to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't help people. I couldn't love on others, which is my ultimate goal in life. Like, love God, love people.
I think that's what we're called to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, what I mean, faith, your faith journey, I don't think ever stops throughout your life,
Mm-mm.
and so, but there are times where you're in seasons where you don't hear Him as
Mm-hmm.
much. Talk to us a little bit about you going through some of those seasons, because it sounds like you were overflowing and then
Yes.
you've had this incident that happens. You're like, I got to get this stuff out. And you're
Mm-hmm.
getting your journal and you start writing and blogging. And talk to me about the ebb and flow of your faith walk, for
Yeah.
the people listening, because sometimes maybe they're like,
Yeah.
I don't hear Him right now.
Absolutely. And that's so valid. I think we hurt ourselves a lot, or like honestly punch ourselves, like metaphorically,
Yeah.
whenever we don't hear him because we think we've done something wrong or we think we're a bad Christian.
Hmm.
And honestly, I think I'm in that place right now, in more of like a an
One of the, like,
underwent.
the
Yeah,
lows
one of
of
those
the, so
dips.
the good news is you're getting ready to go back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think when we are so passionate about the Lord, especially ministry leaders, I can fully speak to that, is when you're so passionate about God and flowing, like you're pouring from such an overflow that sometimes you do dip into your own cup to pour from because you don't have anything else to give.
Right.
Being in ministry and leading in ministry is so difficult, and I don't think we give pastors enough credit for what they do,
100%.
because they are giving you so much of themselves. And if you don't replenish that, you're going to go into a low, because you don't hear God as much because you're not sitting with him as much.
Yeah.
And so if anyone is experiencing like a low, my encouragement, the only thing that I really do when I feel like, Lord, why will you not tell me what to do? Like, I will not move until you tell me in black and white. And I am like that. Like, if I don't have pen to paper, something in front of me that says do this, I won't do it, because I don't believe in moving until the Lord tells me to move. But the funny thing about the Lord is he's going to give you little signs and kind of push you in a direction, and your human emotions are going to say, no, I'm not supposed to do that, because you're acting out of fear. And so if you're in a low and you can't hear God, the only thing that you should be doing is sitting with him.
Mhm.
I don't care if you hear him. I don't care if it makes no sense. I don't care if you're frustrated. Tell him. Like, the only thing you should be doing if you're in a low is sitting with him,
Mhm.
because that is going to build you into your high. You can't come out until you come out with him. Like, they say there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there is. Like, but you're not going to experience that if you're just mad at him and you're not trying to talk to him and you're not trying to listen to him. and I don't mean like being mad at him is a bad thing, because it's not. Like, even David had emotions.
Oh,
And he was
100%.
angry with the Lord. You can be angry with the Lord. That doesn't mean you walk away from him. That doesn't mean that you act like he's not working for your good, because he is. Even if you can't fully hear him,
Right.
you still move forward.
Yeah. And I think he may be speaking to us and we're not listening because we're
Exactly.
distracted. I think
Exactly.
the world is full of so many distractions now that just getting alone, like you're saying, sitting with the word, just praying,
Yeah, just
quiet
talk.
time, just quiet time, just talk.
Like,
And it sounds like to me that you hear him speak. Maybe you start writing and it just starts
yeah, and it
flowing.
just flows. And that's like
Talk to us
anytime
about that a little bit. Like just
yeah,
putting a pen to paper and just stream
and
of
just
consciousness
going.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
I I literally black out, and I said that earlier, but I black out when I talk about God, in a sense of like, anything that comes out of me is not of my own doing, it's not of my own thought. Like, if I'm speaking about the Lord,
yeah,
of course, like other stuff, it's my own emotions and whatnot. But
right.
like, if I'm speaking about God, anything that's flowing out of me is truly what He has called me to say. And so whenever I put like pen to paper, or I'm like typing, or I'm writing something, it's like I didn't even know I knew that verse,
Yeah.
or I didn't even know like I knew that Bible story, or I didn't even make that connection. And then I read it back and I'm like, when did I learn that?
I think it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
We sent one of our boys to Providence Academy and he was learning Bible verses in second grade and learning, and then later
Mhm.
on memorizing books of the Bible, right? And
Yeah.
so that's all in there. And
Mhm.
like you're saying, it'll come out of you sometime
Yeah.
when you need it. And so I
Yeah.
think it's cool that you're like, and the Lord could just be speaking through the Holy Spirit to you too. Like
Oh,
you may never even
100%.
read it, and it's just coming out of
Yeah,
you.
100%. And honestly, I think sometimes I haven't read some of the things that I've said. I'm just like going with whatever the Lord has called me to say. I'm just like, whatever you got to say, like, let me be a vessel.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's beautiful when we just turn our lives over to Him completely and just like,
Yeah.
okay. Um, so this is for the person who feels hurt, marginalized, lonely,
Mhm.
and then does this give them a path to work through some of that?
Yes, absolutely. Each chapter is kind of situation that happened in my life. Of course, I'm like altering details. I
We don't want to
promise.
ruin the story. We
No,
want you to grab this awesome book and read.
no, like I'm altering details. I'm kind of adding things in to make it make more sense. But it's a story of something I experienced.
Mhm,
And then it's also a story of how Jesus has experienced something similar,
mhm.
or a story that he has told, a parable, anything like that. And then at the end, I have lessons that they can actually take and apply to their lives, which I thought was so important, because I don't feel like there's a lot of books like that where it's kind of narrative, but also a devotional in a sense, which is kind of what I wanted to
Yeah, I think it's
write.
super cool. Like, I mean, I'm looking at the back of this chapter is, um, chapter 2 even, like, just lessons to carry, and
Hmm.
then you even have, a prayer in there, which is
Oh,
super cool,
yes.
and journal prompts. Like, it
Hmm.
it is very interactive, which I think super cool that you
Yeah.
kinda combined all of it together as one. It's
Yeah.
neat.
I wanted to make something that everybody could relate to. So if somebody likes more narrative style, there you go. Or if you like more journal stuff, it's there too. I wanted something that everybody could get something out of, and not just like a certain specific style that
Yeah.
people gravitate towards.
Now I know, you're putting this on audio too, right?
Yes, I
Are you
am.
reading it,
I
like, yourself
am.
personally?
I am. It's been really crazy to do. Weird. I've never listened to my voice back so many times in my life.
Well, you could listen to this podcast later and
And I will be listening to my voice back. It makes me cringe a little to hear
same here.
myself,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah, sometimes I listen just to little pieces because I wanna make sure I'm not being a complete idiot
Oh,
on
I
this
know.
thing.
I have to like, what did I
Yeah.
say? I don't know. Like I said,
Right,
black out. I
right.
don't
Am
know what
I
I
asking good
say.
questions? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, and so being able to journal through it and maybe help somebody else write a book, maybe,
That's what
they
I
can.
hope. I just hope that somebody finds the Lord in this,
Yeah,
because my goal is always to push somebody to Him. I mean, that's all of our purposes in
yeah,
life, but I have just such a strong calling to love on people and be in the ministry space in some way. I don't know where that's going to lead me. I don't know what the Lord has for me, but I know that it's good because it's His plan. But I know that I have a fire for God like none other, and this book allowed me to express that to somebody and
Yeah,
love on somebody in a way that I think is very different than a video would be or than a blog post would be.
for
Like
sure.
a book is just very intimate to me. I feel like it's a place we write stuff. I don't know anybody else is like this, but I annotate my books and sometimes it's silly, but I will, like, especially books like this, like self-help kind of books. I annotate the crap out of those things because I'm just like, oh, I thought about this verse when they said this. And
Yeah.
like, I write that down. That way, when I read back again, I can go back to that.
The
Like,
Lord showed me this during this while I was reading
yes,
this. Yeah,
like
that's cool.
I'm so interactive like that. So I wanted to give somebody something they can take and write in, love on, like find some kind of purpose in pain because there always is a purpose in pain, which this book literally demonstrates to a T purpose in
Yeah,
pain. Yeah.
that's cool. Um, let's talk about your coaching. You're a Christian coach.
Yes.
What are you a coach? Like what kind of coach? Mental
Um,
coaching? What are we
yeah,
talking about here?
so it's
Life
it's like
coaching?
yes, it's similar to that. I've never wanted to be a therapist. This is no dig at therapists. They are amazing. I have a therapist and I love her and she's awesome. I'm just not built for that. But I knew the Lord was calling me into something like that.
Okay.
And my therapist said, well, you could be a certified like coach and not get your LPCs. And I was like, okay, like I can do that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think about doing that, but I can. And I had just left a ministry position. It was just no longer for me. And I knew that God was calling me out of it. But I knew that the Lord was also calling me to do something else with him. So I was like, I lost. I don't know what to do. Like, do I go back into youth ministry or not? Which that is definitely something I would be open to going back into. Don't get
Right.
me wrong. I love it. Um, but in this season of life, like I decided like I can do similar stuff for everybody, not just teens.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where the Christian coaching was born. Plus, I'm getting my degree in psychology. So that's where the mental health coaching was born. Just because I know the Lord is calling me to help people, and that's all I've ever wanted to do is just like help people.
Yeah.
And that's what I do with Christian coaching. So it's literally just I talk about, what they're going through. Like if it's Christian only, then we're talking about the relationship with God. Like how can we make it better? Devotionals they can do or devotionals I can write for them. Like questions that they can do, verses they should be reading every week. Even having honestly, it's like a little Bible study. To me, it feels like a little Bible study, which I love because that gives me a space to like still do the thing that I love to do, just in a completely different way. So that's kind of what Christian coaching is. And then I go to like mental health and brain health, and that's more focused on the mind. And it's
More
many
coaching there too.
wonders.
So let's say Mitch wanted to sign up with you and you're like, okay, this is what it looks like. What is it like a 30-minute call every week or
Um,
how does it work?
It's honestly it's up to the person who does it. So I usually do like hour sessions or hour and 30-minute sessions, and
Okay.
I also offer regular just 30-minute
Yeah.
sessions. But I typically just do hour-long conversations of just about the Lord or about like how your mental health is doing, mental health tools we can imply or employ in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I also talk about Bible verses. I love to connect the Bible to everything I'm doing. So you're getting especially with mental health coaching, like you're getting not only mental health tools and advice and help, but you're also getting
Spiritual
godly
coaching. Right.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pulling out straight from the Bible. Like every
Right.
time we do it.
All this wisdom is
Um
not yours. It's passed down.
It's never mine. And I don't of course I don't diagnose. I'm not a therapist, like I said. That's not my journey. I respect them so much,
Yeah.
and that is just a trauma I can't deal with. It's just so hard, and
Mm.
I see how important that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I want people who the Lord has called to do that, and it's not me.
Yeah.
So of course it's not therapy, but it's literally just like Christian Bible study advice, which I absolutely love to do.
That's super cool. And then brain health. Like
Mhm.
talk to me about brain health coaching.
So that's more focused on your cognitive functioning of the brain. I'm not
Okay.
going to bore you with a bunch of big words. So what I will say,
That's good, because I'd be like,
yeah, I'm not
glossing
gonna
over. No, I'm just kidding.
not gonna bore you, but it's more focused on how we can heal your cognitive functioning in your brain. This is where I'm recommending more deeper tools. We're doing more deeper study. I'm also doing a lot of deep I recommend vitamins and things like that. Of course, I'm not
Okay.
a doctor,
Yeah.
but I do know there are certain vitamins, minerals, foods, like activity, water, like whatever it is.
That'll
Like,
help your brain
yes, there's
function
so
better.
much that will help you
Yeah.
get to a place that you need to be.
Yeah.
And
Like if
that's
you feel
kind of
like you got
where,
brain fog, or you feel like you're
yes.
just not thinking clearly.
Yes, and
or-
I'm like, okay, let's talk about your lifestyle. Like what are you doing in your life that is like causing this? Like how are you living? How are you getting
Are we exercising?
exercise? Like
Sleeping well? Are we
are you
hydrating?
drinking water? Are
Yeah.
you getting your electrolytes that you need? Are you eating properly? It's really more focused on like wellness and health and wellness. It's kind of
Gotcha.
what brain health is, because essentially if your brain isn't good, your entire body isn't good.
Right.
So if you're not taking care of that, you really feeding yourself a bunch of vitamins is great and it's helpful. And I love vitamins. I wouldn't say that like we all need to be taking vitamins because you need to ask your doctor. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Do not take your
Don't
vitamins.
take vitamins. Do
Unless
not
a
take your vitamins.
doctor recommends them. And that's what I always say too.
I
Like,
got you. You're throwing out a.
don't take anything unless the doctor recommends. I always say, go ask your doctor. Here's what I think would be beneficial. But I do think like health and wellness starts in the brain. I know that. And so if we don't take care of that first, nothing else works.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what brain health is.
I like it. But it's also tied to your physical health, right?
Oh, 100%. Like that's with everything. I mean, your brain and your gut are like my big things. It's like if your brain isn't happy, your gut's really not happy.
And we just had a lady on last week, and Rebecca, and she was talking about gut health and how important it is.
Oh my gosh. I could go on for hours about gut health. That's literally when I said I got sick earlier.
Yeah, you said you had food allergy stuff going on.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I got so stressed out. My mental health was literally so bad in the gutter that nothing was working. I was sick all the time. There was nothing I could eat. Developed an eating disorder. Unintentionally, I just couldn't eat. And it was just testing and doctors and figuring stuff out until I really realized like the root of my problems, A, is from stress, but B, it's from not taking care of my body. It's from not allowing my gut to do the thing it's supposed to do. I'm not feeding it properly, not exercising. I'm stressed all the time, not taking care of my brain.
Okay, so in your power, there are a lot of things you can do. Do you feel like there was any sort of spiritual attack as well? Like,
oh my gosh, 100%.
I mean, you're writing a book, like trying to get people to know, so.
I was anxious about writing a book because I was afraid of how it was going to be received because, of course, I'm talking about real experiences and that can be scary.
Yeah.
But also, like, I was a youth leader at this time and that was taking a lot out of me because I'm working with kids constantly and kids nowadays are experiencing stuff that I didn't even think about until college. And it hurts me so bad to see them hurt like they do. And so, of course, I'm like a fixer. So I'm like, all right, sit down.
Fix this.
Hours. We're talking. Like, let's do this. And I love it. Like, I still do it to this day. I still have a great relationship with every one of those kids. Like, they are my babies, I feel like. Like, I'm their big sister.
Yeah.
But it is so draining whenever you're pouring out, but also Satan does not like the fact that you're also talking about God and bringing kids to God.
That's right.
And bringing these people that he was trying to attack to the Lord. Like Satan does not like that. So that's where I was getting hit so hard. I think that's where the anxiety and the stress came from, was solely from a spiritual attack, and then it just attacked the rest of my body.
Yeah, and I think you just got to ask. Well, the Bible says, "Get behind me, Satan." Right?
Literally, I know. I was like, I rebuke this. Like, I rebuke this. I don't accept this. The Lord has me. The Lord has called me to do this. Like, you will not hurt me. You can't hurt me because I'm a child of God.
Amen.
Like, you can't. And that's living in fear. And that's what I was doing, is essentially living in fear that Satan was like going to take me down, because it really was, especially anything with your health. Like, you feel like you're going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very scary situation, even though that's not. I wasn't anywhere near that, but like it felt like it. Like it was just so scary to not know.
I think fear is a huge emotion that it just attacks people,
No, it
and,
does. It does.
and Satan uses it in so many evil ways to just try and
Yeah.
marginalize people, make them feel lonely, make them
Mhm.
stay by themselves, isolate,
Mhm.
not do certain things that will make them better people, and so, good for you for fighting hard and overcoming that. What are some quick tips for somebody listening on how to stay grounded every day, how to fight off Satan? What do you do to stay
Mm.
mentally healthy too?
Oh, wow. I guess the first thing I would say to fight Satan is sit with your Bible. Like, I haven't touched this thing once. Like, I haven't opened it, but sitting with it makes me feel less anxious.
Sure.
And like knowing that the Lord is with me right now, whether it's physical book or not,
Right.
feels good.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I would say is to stay grounded in the word. Like get into your word every day. Like I
Every day.
said,
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't hear God. I don't care if you don't want to do it that day. It's hard. The Bible to read the Bible is just hard. If no ifs, ands, or buts about it, it's confusing.
There's
But
some tricky spots for sure.
yeah, and there's no reason that you need to run from it just because it's confusing. And so just sitting with the Lord every single day is the first and foremost, the only thing that I could say could fully heal you. Now, there's of course mental health tips and tricks and cute little tools that we can use, and they are very beneficial and helpful. Like I've seen them in my life, I've seen them in clients' lives, I've seen them like with my therapist and the things that she's taught me. Like there are some really good tools that we can use. But the only thing that has healed me or helped me through anything is the Lord. But I would say, like, when I get panic attacks like all the time.
Mm.
It's runs in my family. It's always been a thing. I don't know why. I just do. And I do 10 breaths, 10 seconds in, 10 seconds out. It sounds silly. It sounds like that's not gonna work, like, that's insane.
Yeah.
I can promise you it changes your
Your
entire
physiology.
yes,
Yeah.
because your brain is getting oxygen again,
Hmm.
and then it's able to pump blood through your organs. You can calm everything down, and it tells your body, "Hey, we don't need to fight anything, everything's fine."
Yeah.
Like, it's just breathing, and I know that that sounds crazy and silly, but when I sit with the Lord and breathe, oh my goodness, the peace.
Yeah.
It's like none other. So that's the only thing that I would ever recommend anybody
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. That's cool. I do some box breathing occasionally where you like
Mm.
in for 4, hold for
Mhm.
4, out for 4, hold for 4.
Or the breath prayers, those are really good. I like, nothing can harm me. I'm a child of God.
Yeah.
Like,
In and out. In
it's
and
just
out. Yeah.
so
Oh, that's a good
good.
one. I haven't heard
Yeah.
that. That's cool. That's cool. Um, what do you love most about being connected to our community here and as a coach and as an author and speaker? We didn't talk about the speaking too, but what do you love most about being able to interact with our community here?
I absolutely love, how kind everybody is. I think that is very hard to find, especially, like, if I had moved somewhere else or I would be somewhere else. I don't feel like it's just the Southern hospitality thing. Everybody in our area is so kind, and it's just like you get a smile from somebody if you're just walking somewhere, or like some random person will come to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I love your outfit." And it's like that just makes my day. I love kindness. I think we need more of it in the world. We don't have it, and people here are just so kind.
I agree 100%. I was talking to a guy over the weekend and he's not from here. He moved here and he was like, I'm moving back to California. I was like, oh, okay. Tell me more about that. And he was saying that people are just so nice there. And I said, everybody who moves here says we're in some kind of utopia because everybody's super nice here.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, I didn't feel that. And I'm like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, it was just I go, "This is one out of the 1,000 I've
Yeah,
talked to." Yeah,
never
never
heard
heard
that
that
one
either. Yeah,
before.
me
I
either.
don't maybe
I think you find what you're looking for too,
Yeah,
so
100%. It's also a mindset thing. Like, I talk about this all the time, but it's like the way that you wake up or the way that you carry yourself determines the type of
oh,
people and things that you attract. So it's like
100%.
waking up with gratitude and a thankful heart of like, Lord, thank you for waking me up today. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
this. And like, yeah, I might have woke up late, but like, it's going to be a good day.
yeah,
Like waking up like that and then moving forward through your day allows you to completely change the way that you think.
100%. Yes, ma'am. Alright, you ready for the lightning round?
Let's do it.
Are you a coffee or tea person?
Coffee.
Favorite quiet place to rest?
My bedroom.
A book besides yours that's impacted your life.
The
And you can't
Circle.
use the Bible.
Unfortunately. The Circle Maker by
Mark Batterson.
Yes.
Unbelievable book. I
So
love it.
good.
Yep. Go-to worship song right now? You got one?
So Be It by Elevation Worship.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
One word you want people to feel after reading your book.
Loved.
Oh, that's great. When you get married?
It will be September 7th of 2027.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
So
That's super
exciting.
And how do people connect with you?
Well,
Are you on the socials now?
I am. I have an Instagram, and it is just my name, Tayler with an E.
Okay.
And then an underscore, and that's my like personal Instagram. Then I have a business Instagram for all my coaching stuff.
Gotcha.
Called Let's Get Real Taylor.
Okay. We'll get Mitch to put them in the show notes.
Yes,
down below.
absolutely.
Yep.
I have TikTok. I have a website.
You on Substack?
No,
Okay.
actually, I'm not. A lot of people have been telling me about that. I have a friend that's doing that, but I just like pay for my website, so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, and they can find you that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And thanks. Anything we forgot to cover that you'd like to when we're wrapping it up?
You can buy my book at Amazon, Barnes &
Yeah,
Noble.
where can we find it? It's in Barnes & Noble?
Yeah, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, the publisher's website, westbrookpress.com.
Audiobook out already?
Oh gosh, no. We're still editing, and I'm in the recording process.
Okay.
So I'm on the back end of the recording process. That has been a whole journey. But that should be coming out soon. I just don't have a date because we're trying to cut and edit.
Gotcha. Well, cool. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thanks for sharing your story. Thank you for helping others. I think you could have held on to your story about how you were healed and how the Lord has touched you and grabbed you, but you chose to not, right? I mean, I think that's how, we're not supposed to hide our light under a bushel. And so you were out preaching and singing it and carrying it on and just.
I'll talk about Jesus to anyone who let me talk about it.
Yeah. Do you have any events coming up where you're speaking?
Right now, no. I am going to do a book event at, oh my goodness, what is it called? The Dragonfly Book Bar. So sorry.
Dragonfly Book Bar.
Dragonfly Book Bar. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's in Bristol. It's a new bookstore in Bristol. I have that coming up in the summer.
That's cool.
In June.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
Doing a couple podcasts. I'm kind of caught up right now with trying to do the book stuff. So that's awesome. That's taking up most of my time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
We wish you the best. I'm sure all of our listeners are going to hopefully share this podcast and other people can learn about you and your story and go buy your book and just, it's kind of like a working through reading book. It's so you get to be interactive, which is super cool. So we wish you the best. Hope you sell 1 million copies and help 1 million people, and good luck with the PhD. You can come back on once you're Dr. Meade and you can tell us, you can interview me and tell me why I'm all screwed up. Thanks again for listening. Subscribe. Taylor's great. Reach out to her on the socials. Reach out and just buy her book. And I thank you for listening and sharing, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.